Alright, hello again YouTube. Welcome back to Astrox Imperium. Last time, we tested out our jump drive for the first time. It does indeed work. We've also been buying up the the blueprints for warp fuel. Now, we've got basic and we've got advanced. Advanced, I think, is pretty much just Zyor. I'm pretty sure we can make it out of that. But we are missing one. We are missing the medium step, which is intermediate jump drive fuel. But we could buy it from Kilatosh, so we're going to warp out there. I bought a bunch of basic warp drive fuel. Unfortunately, we don't have a very effective warp drive, but efficient warp drive, but it's still faster than travelling out manually, although there is going to be a bit of a delay while we're in warp. We are not a fast ship. I don't know if we could... No, we can't afterburn in warp, sadly. But we will have enough fuel to get back. But yes, we're going to warp out here to go and find that. Find out the search feature. There's a need to let you do that. We also want to find, an active scanner, ideally. Because we'd like to find some wormholes. The worst part is, we had some. We had some right off the bat. And we lost them because I sold them, basically. I sold them way back because it was one of the things we actually started with. But yes, we'd like to go wormhole exploring. It looks like they are quite dangerous from a little video I've seen of them. So that might be something to do with a combat ship, but at least if we have the scanner, we'll be able to get to it once we get that far. The other thing I might look at is warp. I look like a crazy person when I type in these searches because the caps lock button is the same button as the afterburner. Basic warp drive, advanced warp drive, Nostra and Zealous. Okay, so there are advanced, improved. Advanced and improved, okay. That's something. Yes, warp is not fast. It certainly wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know if the better warp drive is more efficient or if it's just faster. Maybe both. In fact, Nostra and Zealous, we're kind of going near there already, right? So where are we going? Yeah, we'll see when we come out. I can't actually remember what we set the destination to. I'm assuming it's here, Astrox Security Patrol. But yeah, so warp drive will save us a lot of time, even if we're sat around not doing much during that time. And admittedly, even if we do still need to find a source of electron orbs, ideally, so we can mine them, because they are a very basic warp drive fuel. But obviously it doesn't cost us anything, because we just have to go out and pick them up, and we're already in a mining ship. And I thought it said that the fuel could be refined from it, so it could also be that maybe the same stuff that you get from them is also used for the fuel. Document. Can maybe even have a look if they say any of them here. Improved warp drive fuel. We do. Copper cubic, ceramic, acid residue, aluminium shard, biocarbon, and Dynex. Biocarbon, acid residue. Yes, you can make improved warp drive fuel on it. Cool. How much would it cost to buy all the ones they've got here? Not very much. We can afford that. Right. So we can have a go at making some fuel on the way back. We do also need to find somewhere where we can mine it still. So again, we might take the slow route back. Oh, scanner. That's the other thing I wanted to see if we could find. Although they're not very common. In that case, what we might actually do is then warp to somewhere with a scanner before we head back. Actually, let's go get that improved. Is it advanced warp drive? I guess your improved warp drive is probably the best one. Nostra and Zealous. Looks like a lot of them saw the Zealous, actually. So Zealous. Warp drive. And we're not actually that far off because the warp route is direct. There's 91 electron orb. It didn't actually look like it really drained any of our fuel. Oh, wait, no, because we've actually put electron orbs on board. It's just eating those. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe we won't bring any electron orbs back just yet. We do still need to find a source of them. So we'll maybe even roll back that route the manual way and see if we spot any on the way. We'll GPS in a location for them once we find some. Warp is peaceful, but it is definitely a little dull. I don't think we'll get any Warhammer-style demon incursions onto the ship, or at least I hope we won't. But yes, there's things... We could definitely scan things. That's something we could do more of. Find out a little more info about various things, like stations, apparently. Although stations we get, I think, just for scanning them. Structure scans, I'm not sure what that quite means. I guess that means if you scan the buildable buildings. And speaking of, we still haven't gone back to our own station to scan that. I don't know if I mentioned it in this episode, but we're trying to do a bit of an economy playthrough. So we're trying to sort of progress with a primarily like money-based sort of run, I guess you'd say. We're currently flying a custom ship I've designed. Custom freighter. Ooh, we'll grab some of that while we're here. We do have a station being built. One of our goals is to finish a space station, which we've got a fair chunk through. It's not done yet by any means, but there's a little fleet mining down there. I was saying earlier, or a few episodes ago, I hadn't actually seen the AI actually mining anything, but apparently they clearly do. Although they don't seem to be very picky, because they're not picking the more valuable ore out of the two. I guess maybe that's the one they want. But yes, apparently somewhere around here, there are wormholes we could explore, and that's something I'd like to do. We need to find scanners for that. Perhaps even the Hexalon might be a little better suited to exploration because it's faster. But then again, because we're making a lot of money, I suppose there's nothing stopping us from buying a dedicated scanning ship and having something a bit faster to run about the galaxy with. So this ain't it. This is a ship that can go a long way, but it's not fast. And we'll probably hang on to the old warp drive because we could fit that onto a future ship. Right, yeah, warp drive. So if I do... warp. Oh, no, advance is better. Oh, it's expensive, though. Oh, boy. 80% bonus. I don't know whether that means speed, range, or what, but we will, however, buy the improved one. Oh, no room in cargo? We want one. Discount. Why is the discount so gigantic on these? Anyway. Okay, no, we still don't have any room because we need to sell that. Okay. So I've had a bit of a brain fart moment there. There's a bit of an ore demand, so yes, that's valuable at the moment. Alright, warp. Improve warp drive. Right. Got a garage? Yep, we can fit it. Okay. We do have a refinery, so we're going to quickly refine the, and a fabricator. So we're going to quickly try making some warp fuel. Why not? Let's give it a go. We can make it out of the stuff the orbs are made of. We will take our document back in a minute. Biocarbon, residue, aluminium. Wow, okay. We didn't get much out of it, so it looks like we might still need to find a few more than we've been finding at the moment. Oh, do they have those scanners here? Was that also here? Recon scanner drone. That's cool, but we don't have a... I don't think we have drone skills, so... That's the wrong key. N. Search. Scan. Scan booster, scan emitters, which make our scanning better. We want the active scanner. That'll do. Like this. Alright, and undocking. And once again, we prepare for warp. Fuel required 160. That's pretty good fuel value. I think we maybe are getting a bit of a bonus efficiency out of all this. Efficiency of 40%, yeah, so it's warp. Fuel efficiency. But it looks like the warp isn't... maybe faster. Hard to tell. Cool, yeah, so the advanced warp was obviously quite expensive, but I guess it is quite high tier. If I had a prototype warp. What's prototype? Prototype whack. Drone command base, yeah, just see what sort of things you can find as prototype. Not seeing warp particularly there. Okay. So I guess maybe advanced warp drive is the most efficient at the moment, maybe? Or perhaps there's better and I just didn't see it, but either way. The warp time is definitely not so great though, I have to admit. We are, I guess, just cruising. But yes, I really do need to get to our station. We'll maybe even head there next, because I keep forgetting we need to go there and see what we need for the next tier. I've got a list of stuff written down, which might be it. And if it is, great. I think actually some of our no shoulders in. Some of our what do you call it? Some of the I think some of the systems near our starbase have electron orbs. I'm pretty sure I remember finding some in the green area, which would be quite good if we're near a source of that, obviously. And of course, we still need to run missions because we've got to get our rep with the factions up. So there's going to be a little bit to do. It does feel like we're getting more done each session in some ways, although obviously, again, some things like the warp is a little bit more waiting around. Star Shepherd's Temple, let's go. Don't worry about trying to autopilot us to Gemini Shoal, because we'll warp there in a minute. We have the ability to warp now, we might as well. Also, because we can, we will grab some rocks on the way past, because it is tradition. And because we can sell them in the station. Because they must have a market there, because they're going to sell us the scanner. Well, what they had decided to target, but should be trying to target that ore. Which we're getting a fair bit of. That new cargo bay is very nice. These big containers. Even more of that nice thrumming noise that I rather like. And yes. Certainly felt like a quiet playthrough. I do feel like we ought to do weapons at some point and actually go out and fight some stuff, because so far this playthrough has felt very it's worked. It's been interesting trying the economy route. Definitely getting to a point where I'm like, I would like to go and shoot something, perhaps. I feel like this could be fun. Make an enemy of a few pirates, perhaps. Let's get the lasers synced up again. Yeah, we're fairly quickly filling up. I don't know if any of the answers we've been looking for will be on the other side of the sort of warp gates, or the wormholes. I have been wondering about a few things lore-wise and whatnot. Seemingly no answers yet, so I'm interested to know if there's anything we maybe aren't aware of yet, and if it's perhaps hiding indeed on the other side of a normal space. Some of the areas are quite dangerous and have apparently pirate hideouts. Some are apparently very friendly. So it's a real mix from what I've heard so far. Speaking of danger, the danger of crashing is always apparent, so I'm going to save quickly. Market. I no longer lead these rocks. Active scanner. Recon missions and adding things to your journey. To your journal. Yeah, so that was right. So we should scan. We should fit that to our ship, and we should at least scan all the ores, because we've done a lot of mining. We at least should know how those work. Right. I think that was the only other thing we're checking out here. So we'll quickly scan the ores that are outside, and then we'll teleport out to the fabricated destroyer. It's got an even bigger cargo bay than us. Fascinating looking ship. I might mark that one down. That's an interesting looking ship. That's kind of a little along the lines of R1 in terms of stat boosts. I'll say fairly unique destroyer. Wait, no. That's the wrong place. We're in, no, we are in Lightless, yeah. Unique destroyer available here. Or unique in so far as I've not seen another one. Oh, that's interesting though. It's only got 2 mounts. So I guess it's supposed to be a torpedo destroyer. I see. Okay. Right, we got our scanner. Yeah, that was it. We're going to go... Wait, no. We're going to immediately lose a bit of money on the docking fee because I forgot to fit our active scanner. Replace one of the rear-mounted oil harvesters. Which is not that one. Okay, we'll replace that one with an active scanner for now. It might tell us stuff we already know about Torin, but it also might let us find it. Which would be good if we could scan ore and then just be able to go out and find it again. Or find the nearest source of it. That would really speed up some of our stuff. Okay, so let's get that one because then we can mine the rest of it. Oh, we're being shot at. Try to scan here. Ah. Our shields are thin. Yeah, that's good. We'll take a proper look at that in a minute. Let's stop at the station quickly because we're getting shot. There. Go. Yes, thankfully this ship, as mentioned, has quite a tough hull, so while we're a little vulnerable moving around with the pirates, at least we can take a hit or two. Let's make some repairs. Toribor, scarce throughout the region. It's not scarce. So that's the same sort of stuff we knew. Tells us a bit of stuff about it. Grow rate. Harvest. Cool, so we can see that now. If we type in Torim, let's suppose we could search for that, like, asteroid belts of it, can we? No, it's just the multiple sites where to buy it. Right. You won't catch us. We're not going through normal space. We're going to cheat. We are using a bit of the fuel we've got, but we've still got a reasonable amount of it. Looks like ships are not too warp fuel hungry, but obviously we will need to keep it supplied. Ideally, I'd like to be able to make a bunch. Maybe carry a few hundred around on our ship. Seeing as we've got a pretty decent cargo bay anyway, at this point. Even our starting ship could carry this much without too much issue. That's before we upgraded it. Yes, I guess we can... We'll scan the structures that we found around the place as well. We can maybe scan some more ships. See what looks like it could be a good ship to get. I guess we can search for ships, can we? If I search for Gabriel... Can we see where those ships are available? No. Okay. Market. Let's have a look at the skills as well, because we might want that, getting better prices thing. Market order 2, yeah, I think that's the one. Oh, imagine we can check, can't we? Market distributor. No, market distributor. Oh, that's the financial. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll want to train that when we can. We got some more skill points at some point, I think, from leveling, so... Better price on everything we sell. Sounds like a good, a well-valued skill to me, really. I can't think of any playthrough that where that wouldn't be useful. Cruising quietly while I wonder why our turret has decided to stop at such a weird angle. Yes, we should be able to scan 2 more types of ore in Gemini Shoal. Our generator is still there, so at the very least no one's broken it. Let's scan the quasar that's nearby. And we'll check what ingredients we need to level up our station. Then head back manually so we can look for any electron ore. Electron orbs even. Yes, electron ore. That's not a thing. If we find some electron orbs as well, we'll harvest a whole bunch. More skill points. Quasar scanned. Right. How to process incredible strength. Used for ship components. Yes. This we knew. Right. So. Over to the generator. What is that? Is that the star for this sector? I just noticed this looking a little tiny bit different. It's got this that we can scan. I believe we can scan buildings as well. Indeed, we'll scan our own generator and maybe even a warp gate. Oh yeah, it is a star. So there's that tiny little green speck. Ah, that's not a small pinpoint that's glowing orange. It's a small pinpoint behind an orange dust cloud, apparently. I wish to scan your building. There's nothing to worry about here. Yeah, and there's still a tiny bit of Loken left, so we'll scan that. And maybe get rid of it, because it's been kicking around for ages, that particular chunk of ore. Whatever the thing was about ore regenerating in this game, I have yet to see it, and I definitely still do not understand how it actually works, if it even does. Supposedly ore is supposed to regenerate to some extent, but I don't think I've ever seen that happening. Habitation structure. I don't know why it has the same icon as a lump of the same ore that we're surrounded by, but okay. Structures, yep. Labor United. Specifically the Gemini Shoal one, apparently. Where's ore? Oh! I guess we could use this to mark where we found ore. Actually, that's good. Yes, that means if we find some, if we scan it here, we then know where we found it. Yes, that is good. We can use this. It's not so much for creating a record as it is for... It'll be like, hey, you can find this here. Note to myself. Another note for myself. Remember the dang old afterburner. Also, I think we nearly crashed into that little shuttle there. I saw a little something fly past there and we nearly hit it. Alright, let's scan the Loken. As said, this ship's sensors are not good. We probably want a dedicated survey craft if we're going to go out scanning or whatever. But we can do a little bit with this. It's not the worst. Just takes it a while and that's getting quite close. A tiny bit homeworld there, actually. I realised what this reminds me of. It looks a very tiny bit like the... Is it the Cara Salem? I do only mean a tiny bit, but it has a little bit of that look to me. Loken scanned. Scan the generator, and then we'll dock with it and see what it needs. I think we're fairly well off money-wise. Yeah, 4.5 million almost. A little over, even. Scan my own generator to add it to the structures list. At the moment, I'm pretty sure this is making more... Well, it's making loads of energy, it's just not needing that energy for anything. But it is ours. We did build it. Energy generator. I guess the icon for the structure is just the same as the ore we saw last. Most important structure available. Protect a field of energy around the place. Powers that transfer to all structures within a certain range. Cool. Admin. Build. We need to get it to a station. Okay, that's the warp gate thing. That's for wormholes, yeah. We need to make it into a large generator, and we will need 3.5 million. That's not impossible to make by any means. Okay. It's kind of the same stuff Yeah, I've got a list of stuff from the last tier. It's basically double what the last tier cost us. So I'll just literally write a little ×2 on my list. In fact, do we have a... It's our notepad in game. We also need 2.5 million, but we've got that. Is there a thing here? Oh, we can leave notes. Add new note. Great. For station. Cool. Okay, so I could have been doing this in... I could have been doing this in game. I didn't even have to be fluffing about with an individual thing. Right, so lubricant times 20. Liquid coolant times 20. Metal valve. I can actually see through it and see the thing behind it times 30. It's actually a bit more than that on the valves then. Battery core times 30. Circuit board times 20. I'd almost have expected some of these to cost more than this, if anything, but I'm not going to complain that they're cheap. And thermal sensor times 10. Save. Cool. Alright, let's roll on out. Let's set a course for home. And we'll start manufacturing. And we're going to do this bit of the trip manually. Again, because we need to keep an eye out for electron orbs. And then when we find one, we'll scan it and then not mine it so we know where we can come back to find it again. If we don't find any, well, we'll just have to keep an eye out as we travel. They weren't super common, but I don't remember them being particularly rare. I think they tend to be more towards the edge of space. But I mean, if we're warping out there, that's fine. It's not like that takes any particular extra effort now, because we can just go all the way in one jump. We've used, what, a couple hundred electron orbs, which we bought, and about 30 of the basic warp fuel that we bought. So we haven't, because we bought about 100, so we haven't actually used that much on our trip so far. Quasar we've already got scanned, so we can move on. Scanning the station, I don't think we'll do anything, because we've already got it marked in the station scans. What are they shooting at? Oh, these aren't even pirate ships. This is just two sets of guys having a fight. Wonder why his name's Orange. Oh, is that police? Are those police ships? I think blue might be. No, it's not. Interesting. Not quite sure what's going on there. I don't think... That's another thing I haven't seen before. Again, we're still finding new things. I've not seen the AI just fighting each other like that. I think this is Greydite, so... Well, Adamite. We'll scan that. For the sake of... Not that it's hard to find, but we'll scan it for the sake of having all the ores in the scan thing. Again, I think it's more just for us to mark where we found some, but... We'll add it to the list of not so valuable things we found. I guess we could also... How many trips we've got back? We've only got one more. I don't think we're going to find ore in the... find electron orbs in the next stop, so... If we do it, we'll only take a moment to go back anyway, so we'll mine up this rock. Does it disappear out of our notes if we mine it? Be another thing to check. Not that we haven't already got a few thousand in the harvester, but it never hurts to have more. A refinery even. Maybe next episode we'll start by making another custom ship perhaps and putting it in game. That could be interesting. I don't know for certain if I'll do that, but that's something I'll consider. But either way, actually no. Next session we'll probably or next episode we'll get the station upgraded. We'll get it to the next tier. We'll get it to a large power station, and then we'll see what it would take to get it to station. I think it was 3 million, 3.5 million among other, not including the resources. So we are almost there. We are very close to getting it upgraded to a full-on, ooh, did the resource stay on our list? Yes, it does. Okay. We are very close to having a full station. We will then need to actually upgrade it with mercs to get resources, but then once we do, we'll have our own home base. We'll be able to shift everything to it and not worry about accidentally wiping out all our blueprints. I don't know if the station will make us money or cost money, but I think it makes you money in the long run. Given our playthrough, I hope it does. That's just Adamite, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess it's the factions, the colours, maybe. So red might be pirate, this might be trade, might be temple. My guess, or what colour space they come from. Yeah, so we definitely have seen all the space apart from the wormhole sections, but... Is this the active scanner, is that right? Yeah. Not quite sure how we use this to detect wormholes yet. That might be another thing I might look into for the next episode, perhaps, or one soon after that. I don't know if we'll get any more recorded today, though. No, bye, mate. Bye, mate. Wrong station. Was there something we wanted from the financial? Don't think there was. That's the other thing as well. We could search for the things we need for the station. They'll be easy to find now as well. It'd be easier to... Because we could just search like, hey, I need whatever material. I need carbon. I need... Yeah, what was it? Inanimate carbon rods. Now we need coolant. We need lubricant. We need valves. We need cores. Circuit boards. Sensors. Etc. Everything. I need the world. Right. Into the fabricator you go. Into storage you go. And the refinery has stopped again. I don't know why it stops randomly, but it does. Don't think it had filled up. It really does seem to just stop at random sometimes. I'm not sure why, because I'd want it to keep going. Maybe it's when you leave this sector, I don't know. And yeah, we now have all 3 tiers of warp drive fuel. And can make none of them, I'm pretty sure, at the moment. Oh no, we can make some intermediate. So I'm happy to do. Cool. Oh, actually, we might be able to make some more now. No. Okay. Cool. We'll call the episode there then, and I will see you all next time when we'll try and build our station up a bit further.